Hello everyone and welcome to this video. In this video we are going to be looking at Scarlet Symphony for the PC. The game was developed by Frontier Ajay and CFK Co Limited and was published by CFK Co as well. Scarlet Symphony is an odd type of crossover mixing girls from the TouHou franchise in with retro Castlevania style gameplay. Oddly, this is also a remake as well. But is it any good? Let's look at the review and let's find out. The game's plot is pretty much nonsensical, if I'm being blunt. There is a story here about red mist descending upon the area from the castle, and you do get a story with character interactions, but by about the third stage, it just seems to stop being important, and it doesn't really do much to make you care about it either. For most people seeing this for the first time, they probably won't know much, if anything, about the TouHou franchise. Now, I could go on for about 30 minutes alone in this video about the TouHou franchise series with its history and its characters and everything else, but instead I'm just going to recommend that you look it up, as that's who these girls are and where they're from. Gameplay for Scarlet Symphony is styled on the old classic Castlevania games, and on the one hand, they've done an excellent job on recreating that exact style of gameplay. On the other hand, they've recreated that exact style of gameplay. What I mean by this is that the controls feel very clunky, slow to respond, there's no dodge button, and the hovering feature might throw some players completely for a loop. Yes, the game is challenging, and yes, there are a few things to unlock, and once you do complete the game once, you can do it again via extra mode, which will change everything around you, rank up the difficulty, and give you an extra story. But it's all kind of ruined when the main character handles a lot like a rock. Oddly, this is actually a remaster from the original 2009 release, and is now supporting HD graphics and various bonus content. However, I'd say that the graphics seem a bit limited, as all the characters only have one character portrait each, and I don't really feel that the rest of the game's graphics do much of a good job at all of trying to hold your attention. I do get what the graphics were going for and what they were homaging, but I just don't find them very exciting, and they never really seem to say, "Hey, look at me." The game's levels are cut up into small sections, each filled with enemies and deadly traps. Complete one area, move on to the next, repeat, and then face off against a boss. Everything is pretty much standard here, and if anything, I'm more confused why other people out there seem to be claiming that this is a Metroidvania, when it isn't. Once you do play this game for yourself, you'll see that the game's levels are extremely linear, with literally no exploration given at all. I'm 50-50 with Scarlet Symphony on if you should buy it or not, and I don't really feel like I should be, because this game has the potential to be better than what it is, but it's not. The game is challenging, it's got some great music, its graphics are nice, and you like the characters and story if you know the history behind them. Yet the game is linear, it does feel rather short, the controls don't handle very well at all, and it's a bit expensive for what it is. After playing the game for a couple of hours, you'll just be left feeling that they could, and should, have done more with this game. But they didn't. I do recommend Scarlet Symphony, but truthfully, I would say that it's best to wait for when it's on sale. Well, that's it for this review guys, thank you for listening, thank you for watching, and please subscribe.